Pokemon. Look, let's be honest. Are you addicted to Pokemon? Be honest. I know I am. Technically, I played Pokemon Unite. I played Pokemon TCG Pocket. I played Pokemon Go for multiple freaking years. And then I'm also planning on getting the new Pokemon Legends ZA or Z through A, whatever it's called. Oh, and then let's not forget what this channel is kind of based off of Mega Blocks / Mega Constructs Pokemon sets. So yeah, and then now that Lego has acquired the Pokemon license, we're gonna be collecting some more Lego Pokemon sets as well. I made a whole video about that, so the link to the video will be down in the description. Now, there is something new that I wanted to get into, and I kind of want to start collecting it as well. Model kits. Whoa, 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 whoa. I already do model kits, right? For example, let's see. I have Exodia from Figure Eye Standard, and then I also got the Blue Eyes White Dragon. So I already do model kits, right? Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, and Dragon Ball Z. Notice how I didn't mention Pokemon. Now, I do understand that there's some old Pokemon sets that you can find like Hobby Lobby and maybe like Walmart and Target. And they're super cheap too. They're like $10. They're not that posable, but then I also don't know how far or when the heck did they start making those, right? They could have been started making those since like 2005, and the question arises, it's like, can I find all the ones that they have made, and then are they going to be expensive? Because usually the older they are, the more expensive they are. So it's like, do I really want to start tracking all of them down and kind of collecting them? I don't know. Again, I also like to complete the sets as well, right? Like I don't always get to, because sometimes I get turned off by a certain, line, or like, oh, they're starting to be too expensive. So it's like, all right, but I at least like to start fresh. So let's continue with this video. There's this toy brand called Blokees. I don't know if you heard of it. I've never heard of it before until I managed to come across this, but they're making model kits, and one, they have accessories with them. They look pretty cool, and also they're pretty much posable. So I'm really digging this so far. And yes, I know they're not new. I believe they came out with some smaller ones maybe last year or even at the beginning of this year, but it's still kind of fresh to me, if that makes sense. But most importantly, the price point ain't too bad. Like we're talking maybe $30, and then the most ones probably 40, but that's also tariffs included. So if later down when they come out and the tariffs are a little bit lower, then they're going to be cheaper. And yes, I understand that there's like 1,000 Pokemon or over 1,000 Pokemon. I don't necessarily think they're going to build all of them, but at least if I can have some fun with them, I want to try it out at least. The other thing too is that they're releasing in November, so by the time we're talking right now, we're talking like a month from now. So that's why I kind of want to make this video to just kind of let you guys know, like, hey, like this is what I'm trying to get into next. Is it a mistake or should I go for it? Again, I'm going to reiterate a little bit. I like collecting fresh when they're barely coming out, so I can kind of catch up. I don't want to go for the old stuff because then they get too expensive and they're just hard to find. I have to go through eBay, and then sometimes it's just playing the long wait. So that's why with this, it's like, hey, it's starting. Let's just try to get into it because I think the other sets are like easy to find. But they have been released, I believe, in Japan. They're just barely making their way over to the US. And, let's get to the actual point. It's like, I know I collect a lot of things and then I just kind of stop collecting them. Again, like I said, I get turned off by certain things. For example, let's say Pokemon cards. I made a couple videos last year, like saying like, hey, I'm going to start collecting Pokemon cards. SH Figure Arts as well. I did a Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, and that's the only one that I've done so far. And I said I was going to start collecting them. And I believe like when I came back in this channel, I said perfumes, which I kind of have been collecting some, but then I don't really know what I'm talking about with perfumes. So I was like, maybe I'll just buy them and just not talk about them. But let's get into like the actual Pokemon cards, because I know I made a video about this, but the reason why I got turned off by those is because of scalpers. They're literally killing the whole Pokemon things. One, they're buying everything. There's people that are waiting in line from 2 a.m., which I totally respect. Trust me, I used to do that with the Amiibos. But it's just super hard to get those, and then they're being overpriced. But I guess the most important thing is that it's like kind of like gambling. I don't necessarily know what I'm getting in Pokemon cards, and I'm not the person that wants to go grade them and then sell them for like triple, 5 times the price. I like collecting them and keeping them in binders, so that's why. And they're just super expensive at this point. When it comes to SH Figure Arts, I'm still collecting them. I still am. There's so many of them that are going to come out from My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, Sakamoto Days, I believe it's called. But they're just starting to get too freaking expensive. We're talking about $100 per figure. When I started collecting these things were like 60. I think Tanjiro was probably like 40 bucks, I believe. And now they're 100. And it's like, again, there's multiple coming out per month, and it just starts stacking up. To be honest, I tend to wait for them when they go on sale, because they go on sale a lot through Amazon, and they're like 30% off, 50% off. That's when I like to pick them, because yeah, it starts getting expensive. But it's just like, last week I finally got my Dragon Ball Z cooler. This dude is like freaking gigantic, 90 bucks, and with the accessories. Now these little scrawny little dudes are like this big, and like, okay, they have a bunch of hands, but they're 100 bucks. I'm like, I don't know if it's worth it. I know tariffs is just ruining everything, especially when you're trying to import them. So I get that. But that's the reason why I'm kind of cooling it off. And then at this point, obviously this channel's not making any money, and we're still trying to gain subscribers. But at this point, it's not worth it for me to spend 100 bucks on all these figures, especially when I'm not getting all that traction, right? When I start seeing that this channel started to build some traction because I'm getting new stuff, and it's like, okay, let's start buying them. But for the moment now, I'm just gonna cool off, wait for them to get on sale, and then just improve myself in doing reviews and stuff like that. Again, I just wanted to make this video to give you guys an update on to what's potentially coming to the channel. Again, I'm gonna buy one, at least one of them. I know there's a couple sets there, or I guess waves that are gonna come out in November, and I'm planning on trying to get all of them if I can. Hopefully the prices do go a little bit down. But again, that's the point of this channel. I like to experiment on new stuff. I like to see, I'm like, hey, is there something cool that I want to get into? And I know I turn off pretty quickly, but sometimes the thrill of getting something new, starting something new, like the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, the model kits, I have them all. But now for the next set, I have to wait, or I guess for the next model kit, I have to wait till next year. So it's like, I just want to have something consistently coming out every month, right? Like, for example, like, hey, there's a model kit for Yu-Gi-Oh coming out this. Okay, in 2 months, there's a Digimon one. And then in 3 months from there, it's the Pokemon model kits, right? It's not all kind of coming in together, just like it's one thing from here, one thing from over there. That's something that I do like. And then again, that's the whole point of this channel. It's like we're trying to discover new things. Things that I tell you, like, hey, did you know about this? Or you guys tell me, like, hey, I know you're into Dragon Ball Z and model kits. Have you heard of this line? It's like, oh, let me check it out and let me see if I can get into it. Those are things, and that's the whole point of this channel, for all of us to be discovering new things. And then here's a question for you guys. Have you guys heard of this brand, Blokees? And then if so, like, what's your experience with them? Is their stuff like cheap? Does it break? Does it look good? Again, I just tend to keep them in my shelves, and then I leave them there. I don't play with them and do all this crap with them. It's just like, I just like them to look cool, build them, especially building. That's something that this channel is really turning into, whether it's Legos, bricks, and model kits. I like building stuff. So yeah, let me know if you have experience with Blokees. But yeah, realistically, this channel is really all about anime. Like I said, I do model kits. It comes with Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon. Obviously, he's now trying with the Pokemon. A lot of Pokemon content as well. And then the SH Figure Arts. From time to time, I'll buy some of those. But just in general, I like experimenting stuff, model kits, everything. So if you're totally into anime, then come on in, join the channel, and then, you know, we can start helping out each other, or just, you know, showing, or have me show you new stuff. You're like, oh, that's pretty cool. But yeah, in here we just like to chill, have fun building stuff, and talk about anime. You know, Kaiju number 8 right now. I'm totally into that anime. I'm really enjoying it. Starting to get some SH Figure Arts and some model kits for that as well. So that's kind of how it goes, right? Whenever I watch something and I get inspired, it's like awesome. But other than that, thank you guys for checking out the video. Check out some of the links in the description. And then if you guys have any comments, comment down below. But other than that, happy collecting, collectors.